Welcome to this chess rating climb in which I show you how to go from 1050 to 1100 on Lee chess. Here are a few great moments you'll see. Do you want to win your opponent's queen in 12 moves? Perfect. Nice tactic. How about crashing through in style with a nice tactic? Here, because I can take. Because you can't take because I win the rook. You can't take with the queen because of the rook. So because of that tactic, I'm using the pressure on the e-file. If I didn't have that tactic, I would have played the normal queen move like here. I'm going to play that move. So that's a nice way to win the rook. All timestamps are below for the viewers who want to go straight to a game. I hope you learn a lot and can apply these setups in your own games. I will see you at the end. Birds opening. I haven't placed this yet in this rating climb. Yeah. Still the King's Indian setup against the birds. We have this. We have this. And 1, 2, 3. Very sensible. 6 moves, guys. And my opponent is doing the same thing. Now I'll go c5 this time. Can't go e5 here because take, and then take with the knight. So we'll go c5 this time. We get a structure like this and this. Maybe the pieces come in like this. Get the knight center, controlling d4 and here. My opponent really wants to get center. Yep, fair enough. Now, can I stop that? I don't think so, but that's all right. I can get the bishop out. Get the center. Don't really want to go d5. King's Indian is about having this structure, and I feel good when there's a pawn here to stop any knight coming in. So no, I'm actually going to go rook here because d4 maybe b6, just holding. Oh, okay, knight there. Right, maybe you want to take. No. I think maybe going e4 or something. Right, I can go d5 now. e5 is very interesting as well. Yeah, e5. e5, take. The ugly double pawn, so I'm going to say no, not e5. Very interesting. I might kick the knight away first, because when the knight goes back, then I go e5. Yeah, then the bishop can't damage my structure. So let's go for that. Why not? See what happens. Maybe my opponent is thinking this, because then take. That's one way for the game to continue. And then I think I'll go d5. Hit the bishop, it drops back, and then e5, get the center that way. But that could be how the game transitions. So knight here. Oh, okay. Knight to the edge. Go e5 now. Interesting, very interesting. d5 is different, yeah. Because if I go d5, this knight can't come to e5. I think that's a huge difference. King's Indian player, I don't want this. But the knight's on the edge now. Totally different now. And I think I can go e5 next. So why have I done this? I'll block the bishop. And I'll get my center. Maybe the center belongs to me now. So a slight difference there. Now I'll go e5. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get the center. Looks very impressive. Oh! Opponent has gone on a journey. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a move, man. Wow, what a move. That's absolutely fascinating, that move. Because it hits both. Oh, I didn't see that. If I go e4, knight takes, b6, well, the knight can go back. If I go c4, knight takes, take, knight g4, that's probably still okay for black. If I go b6, take, and then knight here, then d4. Very interesting. I could also just take. I could go queen d6, I've just seen that. It defends both. Yeah, let's go for it. Sensible move. The reason I was thinking for a bit, because I thought there was no way to defend both. Face the queen, why not? Yep, good move, but I'll go b6. Now I defend this. I got a nice healthy center. By the way, I've also got this move as well. Just like my opponent. You put your bishop out, so can I. I'll take with the queen, I think. Get off the pin. Pressure this way. Very healthy position. My bishop can come out. We're good. We are very good. This is not a move because I take the bishop. This can come out. Hit the queen. Why not? Now, do I want to keep the bishops on? Yeah, let's get them off. I don't think I need to keep them on. Another interesting move was h5 to defend it, which I could have played. Defending the f7 pawn because I want to move the knight. d4, didn't see that. Okay, let's just retreat the queen. Queen where? Can't move the knight because I take that one. And that's a very important pawn. 53 seconds. Also, the center is collapsing as well. I can actually play a check and then win the rook. Yep. Let's take the rook, why not? Now I come in, we check. Okay, we'll get the queens off. We'll go here. Right, 31 seconds, got to speed up. That wins. I hope my opponent falls for it. Perfect. And we're cashing in on the knight. The knight has to move. Okay, we'll check and then we'll take the knight. Perfect. 23 seconds. Plenty of time, man. Plenty of time. We'll drop the rook back. We'll just pre-move. Get it up. Get it up. Get it up. And then ladder mate. Done. e6, not a good move because you shy out the bishop. Can't do that. That's just a random check. You block it with a pawn. They're wasting time. Now this bishop is out the game. Both bishops are out of the game and it's move 6. I think we can open the center with e4 coming up. So let's go for that. My opponent should stop it with knight f6. Now I'm still going to open it up because I back it up with my rook. So we go for it. It's just offside, mate. Now knight e5 looks good, but I think I'm going to open it up now. Let's pre-move with a capture, and we pre-move that as well. Knight g5 is very dangerous, even a rook swing. Ah, my opponent takes a move to stop it. Yeah, fair enough. Okay, I think I'll get the bishop out here. That bishop should be here to compete against mine. But a very healthy looking position. Queen can come out here or here. Then the rook can even go to the file as well. I don't want to play knight here because I'm offering a trade. There's no need for that. h4 is a normal move, just to get more space, also control g5. So I'm going to play it. You see a lot of players just flicking this move nowadays, h4, to control a square on the other side, the g5 square. Now this diagonal is open for business, but there are a lot of pieces in the way, so a4 is a normal move. You can even play b4 first, then a4. Really try to play against that structure, which is very interesting. I think I'm going to go for this. b4, it's very unusual because the bishop has to go back, and now a4 is a normal way to play, finding a way to get the rook in. Now bishop here, I might go a5. Now that looks good. I think I'll take with the queen, attacking this. Ah, bishop there. Okay, now threatening a discovery. So if it's my move, if I played a nothing move, the knight takes, the bishop attacks the queen. So now I'll just take a move out, save the queen. Now where to put it? Queen here or here looks good. No other square. I think I'm going to go for that one. Don't want to go all the way back. The queen protects the rook. It's on this diagonal. Looking good. Also, my opponent has this weakness, so they might flick in a move like a5, and I'll go b5, lock it up. All my pieces are on great squares, By the way, every pawn is on a dark square. Thought that was interesting. Knight might come round. Also, the bishop might come round here. So I think now's the time to put the knight in the middle, because it stops the bishop coming out. And this bishop is in the game. This rook is in the game. My opponent is forcing my hand. Now, this bishop isn't great, but when that comes off, this bishop is great. So that's why this trade is good. Now, that pawn's a weakness. I can sneak it out just like we saw in the previous game. I can play queen here to pressure. I can sneak the queen out, but then the knight actually comes there. Actually, that's the point. Knight here is next. So, Okay, I want to target that as a weakness. Interesting. I'm going to go rook here. 1, 2, 3. Because now, if the knight moves, I'll drop it back here. Oh, my opponent hasn't seen it. I was expecting that. The point was this, and then I was going to kick the knight away and actually shut out the bishop. And I might have even trapped my opponent's bishop. That was the plan. But that's a pawn. So we grab it. And we come through on the e-file. It's working out very well. C6, controlling this square, and now I think I've got a really nice tactic. Normally I can play a move like queen here. If I do this, then we have Alekhine's gun. That means the queen and the rook on the same file. But I think there's a beautiful tactical move here, because I can take. Because you can't take because I win the rook. You can't take with the queen because of the rook. So because of that tactic, I'm using the pressure on the e-file. If I didn't have that tactic, I would have played the normal queen move like here. I'm going to play that move. So that's a nice way to win the rook. Also, I take the rook as checkmate because the queen also guards the h7 square. So that's it's a very nice tactic. Check. King has to come up, so it's not mate. I wonder if I can just glue it in. So king f7, and then I can play a move like h5, because with this move, then queen in mate. I might go for that. I can't see another option. The rooks are very well placed in the center, so I can just get another piece in the game. Yeah, let's go for that. I'm not worried about the knight blocking because I can take, and then there's going to be a discovered check, and the position just opens up. So we'll go for that. I've just seen a better move. I could have played this queen here, and then queen, that's mate. Yeah, that would have been more effective. Still winning. If take, that's mate. Then I can take with the other rook, because the queen here also protects the rook. It'd be nice if my opponent fell for that. It'd be instructive if this happened as well. So then I can find a way to blow open the e-files. I feel it's still winning. I should have calculated, but I didn't. If I did, I would have played this. Oh gosh, I just realised I had this. Should have snuck out on the other diagonal. That would have been mate. Now I got that's mate, but that is mate as well, because queen here and there's no way out. So that's beautiful. Pawn chain. Also, the queen was attacking this. We've seen it so many times. It's not a good move. I'm attacking your queen and the center. How many players are going to play this at the 1000 level? You've just wasted time. And I haven't done anything. I'm already better. It's move free. Queen has to move. Let's get the pieces out. 1, 2, 3. Good. My opponent wants to go d4. Looking back, I should have stopped it with a move like knight c6, but it's not the end of the world. I can just go bishop out. I can take and then move the bishop. I mean, I don't really mind. I can take and then strike in the center with d5. There are lots of options. Yeah, let's take and then... Okay, take, then knight c6. Question the center straight away. Yeah, let's take and then go knight c6. I want to challenge the center straight away, because I don't know what they're going to do with that. I've got 2 knights out. My opponent only has a queen. When your opponent plays bishop here, I think nice move is queen here because you attack both. So because of that, we play it. Early bishop moves are not great here because of that. And now my opponent's collapsed because both fall. And also that falls, that's the important one. We're going to win the rook. Only move, yep. I have to trade, don't I? I could try and trick my opponent like I did in one of the other games. Just set up this tactic. Interesting. I think I will try this tactic. Normally I just clean up with taking. But just to get this tactic in. Well, hang on. If I take, and then I can go knight d4, I got this as well. I mean, everything is really good. Take, it does allow the knight out to come into b5. I'm actually going to go for that tactic. Yeah, I want to try it. This is my plan. d5, and then bishop pinning the queen to the king. Take, it's fine. d5 is fine. Just put the knight in center. Totally fine. Take, and then perfect. Nice tactic there. We saw this in one of the earlier games. It's just a fast tactic. Are my moves good? Well, I like to believe so. And there's a tactical opportunity, so you take it. It's very bad for the queen to be on the same diagonal as the king. I pick it up with this bishop move, game over. The funny thing is I can just take, but no, of course I take the queen. Pick up the rook as well. Ah, another bad move. Can't block in your bishop. Go c4 here to really open it up. I'm going to play c4 just in case they take it, because after this, it's almost over. I can take and then castle. Yeah, just take and then we castle. Yeah. So it's quite unique. We both have this structure, but on opposite sides. Now this isn't so good for black because this pin is very strong, but also this piece is not on the right square. I can get a tempo with that, but you see the funny thing is I'm not going to do that because if castle I can play this and then pick up the rook. So that's like setting up a small trap. I can pin first, I can go knight here as well. Okay, let me have a think. I think the pin is very strong. If my opponent castles, great, I'll win the rook. Great. Just setting up a little trap, but not really because my move queen a4 is good anyway. You see, that's what we are learning on this channel. You're playing good moves anyway. And if your opponent falls for a tactic, well, you've just got a move like bishop g5 winning the rook. We're not here to play tricks and traps. We're here to play long-term good moves. And the King's Indian attack will give you that option with white. e4 is very interesting, just trying to blow it open. I'm only saying that because the king is in the middle. e4 is very interesting here, just to really, really spice it up. I don't have to. e4, take. Now, if e4, take, d5 is so interesting. So I think I have to go for it. Yeah, let's just go for it. Now, that intermezzo is vital, I believe. So we're going to take first, then we can take back. Yeah. Just want to point out one sneaky idea. I don't think it's going to work. Tuck the queen back and then that's mate. It's not going to work because you know your opponent's going to get the knight out. So it's not really anything to worry about. Or you consider, I mean. Queen is here. I can kick the queen away. Just go forward. I don't see why not. I can also move the knight. Probably knight here just to be safe. Because then the knight defends the bishop. We're attacking that way. If knight moves here, where's the queen go? And then go forward, yeah. Don't see why not. Attacking this, really. Yeah, looks good. Looking good. And that is a piece. How many times are we going to see this in this climb? I hope you use it in your games as well. This bishop is so powerful. To me, it's ridiculous that we're just picking up any piece that is on this diagonal. How many times are we going to see this in this rating climb? And you can apply this in your own games as well. I'm a rook up. I can go check and then pick this up, but there's no point because my queen is just perfectly placed. Get the rook in the game. Just get off my opponent's only active piece. The rooks may come off, and then it's going to be checkmate very soon. 1, 2, can get the knight in the game. Okay, yep. Attacking the pawn and the rook, not really. Knight f3 is a very fancy move. I'm going to play it because it defends the rook at the same time. Maybe my opponent wants to take that, but I got my queen on it. So it's a nice move. You can take that pawn, it doesn't matter. Right, there's going to be a knockout somewhere. I just don't want that knight there, you see. Go forward. G4 is there, knight e5 is there as well. Just trying to find the most effective finish. Yeah, let's just put the knight in the middle. I've got some really cool I think I can even go knight d7 just to be really fancy. I'm going to go for it. Can't take here because of queen. I can also play a normal move, to be honest, like c4. Just shut out the queen. But we'll see what my opponent does. Okay, that's very nice. My opponent just walks into the mate because that is mate on the back because the knight covers it. I hope you can apply what I taught you in this video in your own games. Let me know how you get on. Post your games in the comments below. I read the comments. I would love to check out some of your games. If you want to see another rating climb, then click this video over here. However, you might prefer YouTube's choice.